Hello, everyone, and welcome to the day three of my 30-day live challenge. It feels good to be back. Yesterday, I was still fighting the battle against the fear of the camera, but showing up the day two gave me a real boost in commitment. So now, standing here on the day three, the feeling is less about pure panic and more building about consistency. And this is the power of repetition. So, doing something scary, simple, or difficult over and over again until it becomes easier. So, I'm still nervous, and don't get me wrong, I showed up, and that is a victory. So, just as I'm using the repetition of showing up every day to build my confidence, I want to show you how to use the power of technology to eliminate the bad kind of repetition in your life. So, the kind that drains your energy and makes you feel exhausted by lunchtime. So, yesterday we talked about overload, that heavy feeling of having too much to do and not knowing where to start. So, if you look closely at that feeling overload, look, so you will find that the main cause is not the big, complicated projects, but the pile up of the small or the boring or repetitive tasks. So, what is repetition in a business context? It is an any task that you do more than once that follows the same steps every time. So think about it like sending the same welcome email to every new client, you know, copying data from one spreadsheet to another, updating the same status columns on a project board, or answering the same sort of five common customer questions and every single day. So these tasks are necessary. They are not hard, but they are uh, crushing. So they steal your expensive, talented, and creative brain power and force it to act like a cheap, simple machine. So every time you manually repeat a task, you are wasting the one resource that you can never get back, your time and your mental focus. So we need to recognize repetition for what it is, the silent enemy that keeps you stuck in the daily grind instead of moving your business forward. So the amazing thing is that about this type of repetitive work is that it is the easiest thing in the world for the automation to solve. A computer or a simple AI tool is built for the repetition. It loves doing the same thing thousands of times without getting tired or making a mistake. Unlike the complex problems that require human judgment, repetitive tasks are based on simple rules that if this happens, then do that. For example, if I receive an order, then send the customer a confirmation email. Or if a client fills out this form, then create a new entry in my database. So these rule based tasks are the perfect entry point into the world of automation. So when you decide to automate just one or two of these repetitive tasks, you are instantly making a massive difference in your workday. So you're not just saving 10 minutes here and there, you're actually saving yourselves from the constant mental switching and emotional drag of doing work you hate. So automation gives you back your freedom to focus on strategic thinking, creative problem solving, and growing your business, the task only you can do. So here's your simple, actionable challenge for day 3, that is directly tackling repetition. I want you to look at these 3 tasks you identified yesterday that cause overload. Now pick just one of them and write them its simplest form as an if this then that rule. For example, you do you constantly reply to people asking for your business hours? The rule is if I receive an email that asks for hours, then I reply with the standard text. Do you spend time moving new leads from your email to a sheet? The rule is if I get an email with the subject new lead, then add the name to the Google sheet. That's it. So by creating this simple rule, you have created blueprint for the automation. You're telling me that yourself exactly what job needs to be handed over to the machine. You have successfully identified a process that can be delegated to AI. Tomorrow on day 4, we will talk about the problem of inconsistency that comes from manual repetition. And I will give you a simple real world example of a free tool that can execute your if this then that rule and eliminate that one task forever. So thank you so much for joining me for day 3. So please drop your own if then if this then that rule in the comments below. Let's identify and conquer this repetition together. I'll see you tomorrow for the day 4. Thank you so much.